Deadly and dangerous flooding is once again devastating parts of the Texas Hill Country. At least 2 people have died and more than 230 rescues have been carried out. The Guadalupe River surged 32 feet in just 4 hours yesterday, sweeping away homes, vehicles, and debris. Now, this morning, the threat to residents is not over as state officials continue to respond to dangerous conditions caused by the heavy rainfall.
Now, Governor Greg Abbott warned the communities along the Texas Hill Country area remain at extreme risk today. 2 people have already lost their lives in the flooding. Ugochi Aloka joins us in studio with how the communities are bracing for more potential flooding. So tough over there to have this happen again.
Yes, it is. And you know, Jacob, you were down there last year. So the recent floods bring up old feelings of concern to the Camp Mystic area along the Guadalupe River, where devastating flooding occurred last year. But officials stress that emergency managers are actively monitoring river conditions and issuing warnings as conditions evolve. Yeah, that was the town of Kerrville awoken by flood sirens and alerts in the middle of the night. Governor Abbott confirmed 2 people in nearby cities died as a result of the flooding. One victim was a man in Comfort who was swept away while inside an RV. The second was a man in Uvalde. According to Uvalde police, the man ignored warnings from law enforcement not to drive across a flooded roadway. The governor urged Texans to avoid driving through flooded streets and to take evacuation orders very seriously. One family staying at Riverside Cottages on the banks of the Guadalupe was there when the water rose quickly.
It was really fast.
We thought it would just be a fun family vacation, and instead it became a very memorable family vacation.
It was very scary.
Having accurate warnings in time saved lives today.
Yeah, so you heard it there from Kerrville's mayor. It's so important to listen to those warnings and evacuation orders.
It's so good to see that they had the alarms to hear them and that they are helping. Yeah, that's a big deal. She did. So how much water did they end up getting in the end?
I know, I did some quick radar estimates. I took this over the past 5 days, but this is the thing. The official reports are actually a little bit higher than some of our radar estimates.
Wow.
There were parts of Uvalde that picked up in about 2.5 days over 21 inches of rain. So we're starting to see, because now we're going on day 5, these accumulations are going to, they're altered just a little bit because we don't have Monday into account. But notice even north of San Antonio, closer into Austin, I'm just showing you what a big area saw between 10 and 22 inches of rain. Even here locally, we started off the week very active as well. Now this morning, it's a little bit of a different story. Notice the same areas, thankfully, are not seeing the heaviest rain, but we do still have these active flood warnings right over the Guadalupe River. So that is an area that we will have to continue to watch. That's over Hunt, Ingram, also including Uvalde. So again, we're continuing to monitor this, and you can always go to KHOU.com.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Conditions changing quickly right there. You can track all of it. Radar, evacuation information, the latest warnings right now on the KHOU 11 app.